This video is a sample lesson of an expository text titled Trains. This story is printed in the No Glamour Reading Comprehension book published by Linguasystems. The students in the video are identified students with dyslexia who are in the 6th through 9th grades. They are in their second year of dyslexia therapy at the Luke Waite Center for Dyslexia and Learning Disorders Dyslexia Lab at Texas Scottish Rite Hospital for Children in Dallas, Texas. Listen carefully as the student's therapist, Mrs. Owens, discusses the changes made in the tabs from narrative to expository text.
Today we're going to be using our W charts and the colored tabs to read an expository text. Okay, for an expository text, I'd like you to look at the one in front of you. Looking at this, what do you see as the title of your of the passage we're going to read today?
Trains.
Trains, very good. And look at the picture. What do you see in that picture?
A train.
Okay, what kind of a train do you see?
An old-fashioned.
An old-fashioned one. Is this one we might see today riding down the rails?
No.
No. What do you think helps that move? What causes that to move? What kind of steam maybe? All right. When do you think this might have been built? This train?
Like one of the first trains?
One of the first trains? Could be. All right. Okay. In order to get the information out of our expository text today, we're going to use our W chart. So I need you to look at your W charts. The red is a
Who.
which is the
Characters.
Green is
Where.
which is.
Place.
Blue is
When.
which tells us.
Time.
Purple is,
What.
okay, purple is a what, right? And it usually tells us in a narrative story, what does it tell us? A problem, that there's a problem. Now in an expository text, this is going to let us know that this is about a topic or an idea. Whatever we're reading, this will let us know that we can put a purple there to tab for a topic or an idea. And yellow means
What.
and it tells us what in the narrative stories?
Why
Why is it a problem? Now in expository passages, it's going to tell us other facts or other details that are not who, where, or when facts that can be used those. And in orange is how. And in the narrative story it tells us
How to help yourself.
but in an expository, this is going to let us know we have changed topics. Changed subjects or topics. You're exactly right. Okay, so after we reviewed our how to tab, we're going to use our tabs on our expository text, just like we do in our narrative stories. So the first thing we want to do is tab our questions. Now this might be a procedure or a technique you already use in school when you're doing other assessment or evaluation exams where you look at your questions first before you read the passage. So that's what we're going to do first. So I'm going to read the questions to you, and then we're going to determine which tab best applies to this question. Okay? So let's look at number 1. Where did the use of railroads begin? Would we use a who, where, when, or the yellow, which is another fact?
Where.
Okay. So let's put a green tab on number 1. And we're going to be relocating that later, so to remind us where it goes, let's put a number 1 on that green tab and to let us know that it's going to go with question 1. Okay. Number 2, how did the first kind of train move? Now we know we've had how on here. Our orange says how, but this is going to not be how we solve the problem or the change of a topic. In here, this is going to be a fact. We're asking for the information about a fact. So does it answer who, where, when, or why? Another fact.
Another fact.
So let's use a yellow one for this one. And again, because we're putting it on number 2, we're also going to write number 2 on that tab. Ready? Number 3. Who built the first steam engine that could pull heavy loads? Have any ideas what tab we might use?
Who.
One of the red ones, exactly, a who tab. Okay? So put who on number 3. Again, indicate your number on your tab. And number 4, When was this steam engine built? Is that a who, where, or when?
When.
A when, good. So pull a blue tab, place it on number 4, and write your number. Go to your next page. We have a few more questions. When did the first passenger train in America begin running? Is that a
When.
who, where, when? When, okay. Take your blue tab. Again, write your number. Number 6. Why were some people afraid of the first passenger trains? Now this one does say why, but does it say, is it talking about who, where, when, or is it just another detail that does not meet a who, where, or when?
Another fact.
It's another fact. Good job. And number 6. Right, number 6. And the last one, number 7. Where can you find the fastest train today? What tab? Who, where, or when? Where. Very good. Green. Place it on number 7 and number it. Okay. Let's go back to our passage now. We've tabbed and numbered our questions. And we're going to take turns reading paragraphs. And then I would like, I'll ask you questions such as, did we answer any of the questions in the passage, in the part that you just read, okay? Matt, would you like to read the first one?
Railroad use began in England. The first trains were horse-drawn wagons with wood wheels. They rode on wooden rails. They were used for mining.
Very good. Did we answer any questions that we've had? Where did the use of railroads begin?
Yes.
Okay, that's number 1. And put it exactly over where it began. Right, embedded into the body of your passage. Did we answer number 2? How did the first kind of train move?
Yes.
Okay, that's number 2. So we're going to pull that tab off and put it exactly over where we found the answer. Okay. Did we answer, number 3 says, built the first steam engine that could pull heavy loads?
No.
I don't think that's it. So, Matt, tell me, what was your paragraph about? What was the topic or the main idea of your paragraph?
The first trains.
First trains, okay. So let's take a purple and put it at the top of that paragraph, sticking out over the edge of your paper. Okay, and that lets us know that we were reading about a particular topic about where railroads began. Okay, Ashton, would you read the next paragraph for us?
George Stephenson built a steam engine in 1814. His steam engine could pull heavy loads. It could carry 30 tons of ore to the people. Then it moved fast. It went for miles an hour.
Very good. Ashton, in your paragraph, did we answer any questions? Number 3, who built the first steam engine?
Yes.
Yes, so everybody taking tab 3, placing it right over where you saw the answer. We have number 4, when was the steam engine built? Do we have that answer?
Yes.
Okay, pull that one up and put it right over your answer. Let's look at our next page. It says, when did the first passenger train in America begin? Are we talking about American passenger trains here? No. Okay. Matt's paragraph was about how railroads began. What was your paragraph about?
Steam engines.
Steam engines. So we really have changed topics from just general trains and railroads to steam engines. So let's put an orange to show a change of topic at the bottom of paragraph 1. And we're going to put another purple at the top of paragraph 2. So letting us know we've changed topics or changed subjects. We're going to stop here for today, but let's review what we've discovered today. We've been reading expository text using our W chart, just like we did in our narrative. The red was? Which is characters. The green is,
Where?
and it tells us
Place.
place. Blue is, and
When.
tells us time. Now with expository text, what is going to tell us a topic or a topic, and why is going to tell us other facts that are not who, where, or when, and how is going to let us know the change of topic or subject. Very good.
On day 2, Mrs. Owens again reviews the changes in the W chart from narrative to expository text. She reminds the students that the yellow Y tabs are used for other important facts or details that are not who, when, and where.
Yesterday we read an expository passage, or started a passage for expository, and we used our W chart with clues that we normally use for narrative. So we talked a little bit yesterday about the difference between expository and narrative. So let's review our W chart for the clues and how we're going to use them in our expository text, okay? Red is, which is, green is, which is,
Place.
blue is,
When.
which is,
Time.
and what for an expository is the
Subject.
subject or the topic, exactly. And the yellow is
Other
Other
facts.
facts.
other facts. It's why or other facts that are not who, where, or when. And how in an expository text stands for change of topic or subject. You're exactly right. Okay, yesterday we went ahead and read our questions first. We tabbed our questions with the appropriate tab. We also numbered our tabs, and then as we read the first 2 paragraphs, when we found the answer, we placed our tabs from our questions directly over the place where our answers were within the body of the passage. So let's continue, and we're in paragraph 3. And Nick, would you mind reading that paragraph, please?
The first passenger train in America began running in 1830. The train used coal and wood for fuel. The steam and smoke frightened people. They thought the smoke would kill the birds. They were afraid that sparks would burn their homes and fields.
Very good. Okay, Nick, did we answer any of our questions that we have? Let's see, I think we're over here on number 5. When did the first passenger train in America begin running?
Yes.
Yes, we did. So let's take that one off and place it directly over where we found our answer in our passage. Did we have another answer to any of our questions? Number 6 is, why were some people afraid of the first passenger trains?
Yes.
Yes, okay, let's pull it off, place it over our answer. And number 7 says, where can you find the fastest train today? Did you answer that one?
No.
Not in that one. All right, in the paragraph before, Ashton read that there was the topic of that paragraph was about steam engines, who invented it, engines and everything about steam engines. Are we still talking about steam engines here?
No.
No. What are we talking about here, Nick?
The passenger train.
Passenger trains. So we've had a change of topics, haven't we? So let's take an orange, place it at the bottom of paragraph 2. And then we'll take a purple and place it at the top of paragraph 3, indicating a change of subject or topic.
Notice how the student reading is the one in charge of the paragraph, answering questions while all other students are actively involved in tabbing the story.
Katie, if you will read our next paragraph.
Trains had to stop often for fuel and water. Sometimes the people on the trains were asked to help push the train up a steep hill. Even so, people liked traveling by train. Travel on horses or by stagecoach seemed too slow. Railroads were soon built in many areas.
Very good. Did we answer any questions? The only question we have left is, where can you find the fastest train today? Did we answer that question?
No.
No, we didn't. Next paragraph was just talking about passenger trains. Are we still talking about passenger trains here?
No.
Okay, what are we talking about? What do you think we're talking about here?
How they were transported,
How
how they worked.
How they work, so the type of fuel maybe. Okay. In the one before with Nick, we talked about steam and coal, and now we're talking about other fuel type things. So it could be that it could still be a passenger train, or we're talking about different fuels, okay? Let's make a decision. You want to continue to leave it as the same kind of general topic, or should we change topics?
Change?
You want to change topics? Let's try that. Okay. So we'll put because it's not always, there's not always in a passage that every paragraph has a change of topic. Sometimes we go through several paragraphs, okay? So we were just going to check and see if maybe this was all about the same thing, but that's all right. Okay? All right. I think we're back to Matt on the last paragraph.
Today, railroads carry both people and goods. Railroads carry nearly half of all freight moved in the United States. Trains no longer move slowly. Many run over 100 miles per hour. The fastest train today is in France. It moves at 320 miles per hour. That's a far cry from moving only 4 miles per hour.
Nicely done. All right, did we answer the last question there? Where can we find the fastest train?
Yes.
Yes, we did. So let's pull its tab off, place it directly over where you found the answer. All right, are we still talking about passenger trains or trains that use a different fuel?
No, we're talking about modern day trains.
Modern day trains, okay, even more modern, okay? So we want to do a change of topic?
Yes.
Okay, at the end of the last paragraph. And we'll do another purple at the top of that last paragraph. And because it's at the end of the passage, we're going to do what at the bottom of the last?
Orange.
Put an orange. We've concluded, haven't we? So we should have a purple-orange all the way down, right?